Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome for our continuous discussion on this Harinam Cintamani. So we are meeting after 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So today is Tuesday, 22nd April 2025. So we gathered here to discuss and continue our discussion on this the nectar of the holy name, Harinam Cintamani. So of course, it's been after so long starting. I just feel like it's like a Monday blue. So anyway, I hope that I'm really audible and my line is not lagging. All right. So welcome, Rusan Chang Mataji, Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu, Sadguna Mataji, Charanakshmi Mataji, and Jnanam Mataji. Okay. So welcome everyone for today's discussion. So before we start, let's do our invocation prayer. Om Eknanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manopistam Stapidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Uttapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagar Jadam Shahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savaduta Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vidamscha नमो ओम विष्णु पादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पासाचर्य स्थारिणे नमो ओम विष्णु पादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती नामिने श्री वर्षभनावि देवी दयितये कृपाब्दये कृष्ण संबंध विज्ञान दायिने प्रभवे नमः माधुर्योज्वल प्रेमाद्य श्री रूपनुग भक्तिर श्री गौर करुणा शक्ति विग्रहाय नमस्ते नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्री मूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुग विरुद्धा पसिदान्तद्वान्त हरिणे नमो गौर किशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्य मूर्तये विप्रलंबर संबोधे पादाम्बुजये ते नमः नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानंद नामिने गौर शक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपनुगवराय ते गौरवीर्भव भूमेस्तुम निडस सज्जन प्रिय वैष्णव स्वरूपम श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः वंश कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः ओम महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामनि गौरतसे नमः पंचतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्त रूप स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्त शक्तिकं हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते ताप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुस्तदेवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवशरी गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमो विष्णुपदे कृष्णस्य पुत्रे श्रीमती जयपताक स्वामी तिरामणि नामाचार्य पादाय नित्याय कृपा प्रदायिने गौरगदामदाय नगरगदाय हरि ओम तत्सत्. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today we're going to have a continuous discussion. So before we start, is there anything anybody would like to share? How was your weekend? How's your chanting? Is there any transformation? Anything exciting that you'd like to share before I prepare the slide?
How did your Jacob go, Prabhu?
Okay, I'm fine, Prabhu.
Yeah.
It was just to take blood and took me ages.
You go to Ipoh, Prabhu?
Yeah. Was it Ipoh?
I go to yeah. It takes a few minutes only.
Yeah. Usually it's very fast.
Yeah.
Usually it's very fast. But then at the second thought, because they asked me to have that appointment at what time? Around 9 something.
That's a problem. If the morning one is nice, Prabhu.
But I went there. My number was 74.
Yeah.
Sorry. My number was running and it's almost what, 60. Oh, it took me so long.
But I always remember number one.
Yeah. When you go the earliest, huh?
Yeah. But 8:30 all you can be home now.
Yes. Okay. So anybody like to share something? Anything that you, any transformation that you experienced? Okay. There's no one, then we can start the session. So Rusen Chiang Mataji, how's your Sungai Siput? I saw that you're in Sungai Siput.
You saw me?
No, they sent a photo. I saw the group photo. I saw you were sitting there.
Oh, okay.
So that was the association with Prabhupada disciple.
When I hear his chanting, I feel, this quite different.
Huh?
I feel when he's chanting to the Lord, this way he chants, the sound and the voice are totally different than I hear before.
Yes.
It's
Why like
deep
that?
to the belly.
Sorry?
His voice is deep, and then it's from the lower part of the belly. It's when he chant, it's really different.
Hmm.
You can feel that.
Because
Then
that's the
Mm.
difference listening to the chanting of a pure devotee. See, everybody chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna like that. But when a pure devotee of the Lord, when they say, it has such a powerful effect and it's totally different. Now you understand, Bhakti Vinod Thakur saying, chant in the congregation of devotee, especially with pure devotees. Yes or not?
Yeah, when he opened his mouth, like, what is different? Why so much different?
Exactly. That's why whenever there's a pure devotee like this comes, we have to be very enthusiastically to go and visit them, meet them, rub shoulder with them, associate with them. So by the association, our chanting improves, and our enthusiasm also increase.
Really, really different.
Yes. So now you got a first-hand experience already. Very good. Very nice.
Really different. The whole the KL, the Penang I went, never ever heard it before.
Yes.
It's really like he can track your like your soul there, no? Your ear
Yes.
will fully concentrate.
That
Mm.
see you're experiencing the highest bliss in chanting. That's why association of devotee, especially this kind of pure devotee, is very, very, very important. I'm very happy for you.
Yeah, I was coming to the more. At first, I think I'm joining for fun. Really joining for fun. Like I just want to know the history of Hindu. Then after he told me regarding the karma. Wow, I say how we overcome the karma. He say association with the group. Oh God.
Exactly. See,
Oh
when you're saying this, it reminds me about something. See,
uh,
have you been for fishing before? Have you done fishing before?
no, I don't.
No. Okay. Have you seen people are fishing?
Yes.
Right. See, sometimes when they do fishing, when a big fish, when they catch a big fish, they cannot immediately pull out. It will break the rod, or the string can snap. So what happened? First of all, the fish will take the bite. The bait. Sorry, the bait. The fish will take the bait. After it take the bait, the fish will become panic because it taken the bait and it's painful. So and the fish will try to run. So you know what the expert fishermen, you know what they do? They let it go. They let the float run. They just let the what they call the the bait, the what they call what is the word? The string lah. They let it go. They
Yeah.
let go. They pull. Then they pull back. They pull back. They pull back. Then after that, the fish will struggle, and then they let go again. Let go. They pull again. So the thing hook will be even more deeper. First is maybe at the side, on top. So when they pull, it's more deeper. And again, let the flow run and pull again. until the fish cannot, and until the fish become tired, and the flow will just what they call will spin the thing and pull the fish out. Yes or not?
You mean I am the fish?
Exactly. You have taken the bait of Krishna. So when you have taken the bait of Krishna, Krishna will never let you go. You know, after millions of birth and death, suddenly Krishna is just waiting. When is Rusan going to take my bait? Now you have taken the bait. Okay, never mind. He'll let you run, then pull you. Let you run, pull you, and eventually will take you back home, back to Godhead. So that's so powerful. Many
Oh.
people in ISKCON just want to find out what these people about. Some people, they say, you know, the food is nice, the song is nice, and usually during my young times, you know, they used to come because the people look good here. You know, they look so different, they look so good, and they just want to come, you know. So, but whichever motive that they come, but some or other, everybody will get hooked. That is how powerful is this Krishna conscious. All right.
Okay, regarding the chanting, that
Mm.
before I went to Sungai Sibut, I really took the chant. You know, chanting for me is like no taste. So I started to really take seriously to take the beats and slowly chant.
Mm.
Then I usually open this not violin, it's a usually violin music. After chant for one round, and then I listen to music again. What is this? It's like, oh, this music is very irritating. And I think I was no, right? Just only few chants. Okay, I don't think so. This is a problem. Is that so happening?
Yeah, that's for sure. Like sometimes they will chant one round, they want to do something else, then they continue chant one round because they want to start slow. They want to take their time. So they chant Hare Krishna one round and they do something else. And after that, when they're about to chant, they remember something and they want to finish one round, they want to do something else. Eventually, anything that going to like in between of chanting, things will be very irritating. Like for instance, like you were chanting with music. No, chant one round, listen to some music. Chant one round, listen to some music. And I have done that actually. And not only that, I also have played some light music behind, you know, the meditation music and the light music. And I start to chant. Until at one moment, I find it, even that light soothing music, it's so irritating. Because your mind is so absorbed in the chanting until all these things feel very irritating. You just want to like get rid of it.
Yeah, what is it? I was feeling, am I, mm, because it's a short moment only. Short
Yes.
moment, I don't feel good. I was thinking, wow, this mantra, not that power, right? Once the moment I just on, eh, this usually I like this music. After chanting, what is this? The guy sounds like, really?
Yes, true. You're getting a taste for Krishna because chanting the holy name is the highest taste. Other than that, chanting, everything is mundane. Nothing is exciting other than chanting.
Oh my goodness.
So even how soothing music and everything also feel very irritating. I'm not surprised one day you won't listen to any songs, any pop song, rock song, whichever song that you like to enjoy once, you will not listen to it anymore.
Oh my goodness.
That's
Okay.
why sometimes my cousins get into my car, they get very irritated. They say, you got nothing else to listen, only Krishna song.
I will do this experiment in my life. I will.
Good. Fantastic. So good transformation happening in your this thing. And another thing, I just like to update you that that actually Hare Krishna movement is non-sectarian movement. And even though we are what they call under the, I mean, nowadays it's because of modern society, we are known under the banner of Hinduism, but actually we are not. We are known as Sanatan Dharma. We are non-sectarian. Okay. So like we are trying to promote Hinduism and all this. No, because Hindus is part of the Sanatan Dharma. Huh? So we are above that. Okay. So anyway, with that exciting, what's happening? This is okay. Sharing, let's start today's discussion. So, okay. So what happened here? Okay. So we have spoke about the prerequisite rasa. So spiritual energy reveals its name, form. Okay. Then we discussed about the Krishna's 64 qualities revealed in the name. Okay. Now, where we stopped at? It cannot be separated, differentiate substance. All right. Okay. Bhajana Pranali. All right. So Bhajana Pranali. So we spoke about all that this thing. All right. So let's start this. So we understand that we have Krishna has 64 qualities. In that 64 qualities, Krishna invested all that he will really become revealed in the name. That is compared to fragrance half of. Okay. We do this again. Okay, the gradual realization. The gradual realization of rasa. The gradual realization of rasa. Rasa means what? Mellow. Okay, mellow. Mellow means something that is very hard to explain. It's a kind of feeling. All right. Like and one of it is of course the taste lah. Huh? Because I think Mataji said, is it rasa means taste? A kind of taste which is beyond perception, beyond understanding. So now the gradual realization of rasa or the mellow in the name is compared to the blossoming of a flower, right? So very nicely said here by Haridas Thakur. Is it the gradual feeling? Okay, now rasa is just like blossoming of a flower. The name is compared to a flower in a bud, right? So initially when you see a bud, when you see a rose in a bud form, it is not, it's a little, it doesn't look very interesting. It's just in a bud form, you know, bud, B-U-D, yeah? Bud. So, and it is spread to the general mass of people in the world. So everybody is given this bud, all right, the Harinam bud, the chanting bud to everyone. So everything is in a bud form. So, but when one realizes the beautiful form of Krishna in Goloka, Vrindavan, all right, when you start to understand, when you start to chant and everything, you start to realize the beautiful form of Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan through continual chanting. Through what? Continual chanting. Not chant whenever you feel like it, or chant once in a while, not like that. By continually when you chant, the name is compared to partially open the flower. So when we go on chanting every day, it is just like the bud of the rose. Just imagine rose. Huh? The rose is in the bud form and it's like slightly opening. It's like slightly opening. Okay. Or in Malay, we call mekar. Bunga sedang mekar. In Tamil, what we call it? There's a word Tamil I've forgotten. So it's partially open. The bud of the flower is slowly, partially, just a bit open. So now it's compared to this thing when you start to see the beauty of Krishna. Then continuing sadhana further. Continuing sadhana further. Okay, what sadhana means? But here we understand the sadhana means what? Okay, it's explained here by this thing is the sadhana is one of the limb of the sadhana is the chanting is sadhana. That is what it's meant here. All right. So sadhana means chanting. Okay. So now continuing chanting. Okay. When you go on continuing chanting, what happened? All right. So continuing sadhana further, when Krishna's, then when you go on chanting further, when Krishna's 64 qualities become revealed in the name. See, Krishna has 64 qualities incomplete. He has 64 qualities incomplete, in full. All right. So that Krishna's 64 qualities is something that is not possible for us to conceive or understand. It is beyond. Human being got 50, and that also a little bit. And sometimes in human life also, we see some people are very successful, some people are look so different, some people are what they call, they have the kind of mystic power. Some people are like able to do every miracle, you know, they can simply bless someone and they can create a miracle, you know, they got a healing power, all kind of things. You know, human being got that 50 quality, but in minute, right? But the same 50 qualities they have in an elevated, it's the devas, the demigods. They have 50 qualities just like us, but they have better than us, elevated. Then Lord Shiva, Brahma, and all the principal devas, they have extra 5 qualities. So they have 55 qualities. You know, that's why they could able to create, they can able to bless, they can even give boon and all these kinds. So 55 qualities. And the expansion of Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna, like Vishnu, Narayana, Venkatachalapati, and all the other avatars of Vishnu, like Narsinga Dev, they have 60 qualities incomplete. But Krishna has extra 4 qualities that is in full opulent. All right. What is extra 4 qualities? Like the attract, like the loving relationship, friendship, and all these kind of things. All right. He has an extra 60. So when Krishna's 64 qualities become revealed in the name, so the name is, it has all the 64 full qualities of Krishna. All right. That is compared to the fragrance from the half-open flower. So now, when we start to remember Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan, beautiful, it is just like lightly open. Now, when Krishna invested all that qualities, the 64 qualities in that name, all right, when you start to realize the 64 qualities, now the flower, is the half-open flower, start to produce fragrance. You can smell. Wow, nice smell. Right? Nice smell. But when one realizes the eternal pastime of Krishna and Goloka Vrindavan, then when you start to realize the eternal pastime of Krishna and Goloka Vrindavan, if you can meditate on all this, the flower is full bloom. That's when the flower is fully bloom and it gives all this kind of fragrance. Then by the great mercy of the name, okay, then by the great mercy of the name. So even you want to do it, the name will give you mercy. By the great mercy, the original energy of Ladini and Samvit consciousness belonging to the spiritual world, whose prime embodiment is Radharani, unite in the form of Bhakti Devi and descend upon the small Jiva, who possesses only a small portion of Ladini and Samvit energy. Now, let's look at this. See what Bhakti Vinamina is saying. Very, 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 very interesting. Let's see. Number 1, he says, okay, the first thing is, by the mercy of the name. First thing is mercy of the name. Okay, the name have to give you the mercy. Okay, because Krishna's name and Krishna, there's no difference. Okay, but in Kali Yuga, in this world, Krishna has descended in the form of name. Okay, so when you chant the name will give you mercy. The name will have to agree to come to you and to give you and to reveal himself to you. All right. So by the mercy of the name, which is the original energy, please underline this word, the original energy. Okay, the original energy, the Ladini. All right, the original energy, Ladini. Ladini means bliss. All right. And the Samvit energy, it is called the consciousness. Okay, the Ladini and Samvit. Where do they belong? They all only belong where? All right, this Ladini and Samvit energy only belong in the spiritual world. All right, you only can find it in spiritual world. Okay. Right. And now the Ladini and Samvit, okay, where they came from? They came from Radha Rani, Srimati Radha Rani. She is the proprietor of Ladini and Samvit, bliss and spiritual consciousness. Okay. She is the prime embodiment. She's the one who primarily, she has this energy. She's under control. So what she does, then she further, okay, she further unite. So the Ladini and the one who holds the Shakti, Ladini and Samvit, bliss and consciousness. Now what she do? She will go and unite. She will go and unite, join in the form of Bhakti Devi. Right? So Bhakti Devi. Okay, form of Bhakti Devi. The expansion of Bhakti Devi is Tulasi Maharani. So now the Radha Rani, who owns the Ladini and Samvit, she will unite in the form of Bhakti Devi. She appears in the form of Bhakti Devi. Then what she does? She descend. She descend means what? Ascend means go up. Descend means come down. So she descends upon the small jiva. That means we are the jivatma. All right, jiva means actually small. But here it's translated as small jiva. Jiva means it's already small. Paramatma means it's big. Para atma, huge atma. We are jivatma, minute living this thing. All right. So, and we are, what is our Shakti? We came from Krishna, right? We discussed on Friday. What Shakti are we? We are Krishna's. Can anyone tell me? What Shakti are we?
Jiva Shakti.
Very good. We are known as Jiva Shakti. Jiva Shakti, we are so tiny, minute. Right? So, and we are lost in wilderness. Last week we discussed about the living and the all the planetary system and everything, right? We are somewhere hidden somewhere, and it's very scary. But what happened? So this the Radha Rani, okay, she carries who owns that Ladini and Samvit. She and come in the form of Bhakti, and she comes down upon the small jiva. All right. So who is the small jiva? The small jiva only possesses what? Small portion. We are only possessed a small portion of Ladini and Samvit energy. That's why sometimes when we are small, when we connect to the big, we become very excited. That's when we come to the normal condition of life. To be happy after chanting Hare Krishna, actually, we are in that normal condition of life. Okay. In the Prabhupada commentary on this Maha Mantra, when the superior energy is in contact with the marginal energy, it comes to the normal happy condition. So that means to be happy in Krishna consciousness. Sometimes you are feeling bliss because we have a little Ladini. Sometimes we feel the consciousness, we feel so happy thinking about Krishna because we have a little Samvit with us, a minute, tiny. But now the Bhakti Devi. So when you start to have Bhakti means, so that Bhakti, it is the blessings of Srimati Radharani. Remember that by heart. When I can have Bhakti for Krishna, that means I am being blessed by Srimati Radharani. All right? Because Radharani will, and why? Why we can still stick with this Hare Krishna movement? When you just think about it, Hare Krishna movement carries the most tedious, stern discipline process. No meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex. As a grahastha, how you should live in your family life. Even you're married, you must restrain from your relationship with your wife, not whimsically. Right? Then, even though that you're living in a family life, but your mind must be out of it. Even you are there, but your mind is out of it. You'll be fully conscious. Then after that, you have to wake up early in the morning. You wake up early in the morning and do your japa, chanting. Then after that, you do this. Then you only eat prasadam. You take the food, you don't simply eat. You take the food, you cook nicely and offer to Krishna and start to eat. You know? So these kind of things, when you see, sometimes I was wondering, when we have such a stern rules, but like when you look at some other religious process, no need. You just convert to my religion, you go to heaven. You do whatever you want, Sunday come and confess, I'm sorry, I did all these mistakes. Confession and all this. But here, you have to follow. Then after that, you have to accept a guru. And you don't simply accept guru. Oh, okay, that means, okay, you are a guru. Huh? Okay, I come and accept you. Can you take me as your disciple? All right, cool. Okay, I'm your disciple. And just call the guru, come to the house and play bingo or have fun, play card, smoke cigar, eat whatever. When people ask, oh, he's my master. Not that. We approach a guru in a very humble state of mind. Humble state of mind means what? We can be whoever we are. We can be a very successful person. We can be very decent. But when we see a guru, we have to act like a humble servant. We have to be able to fall at his feet and get his blessings. And how you talk to your guru, you just questioning and answering. You don't have any other, work. You don't have any other task with your guru. When you see a guru, you question and the guru answers. And how the guru will talk to you? By instruction. Do this, do that, do this, do that. It doesn't simply sit and chat with you. How terrible. I'm sorry. How terrible means? How tedious. But yet we are here. Why? Why? Because this is the place we achieve the highest perfection, the highest bliss, highest success. All right? Because the Srimati Radharani has blessed us with a bliss and some with the spiritual consciousness. All right? Which is the normal position of a human being. All right? Now, let's see. Okay. So from the transcendental realm, that means from the transcendental realm, right? So from the transcendental realm means what? From Goloka Vrindavan. What happened? Yeah, this thing. Okay. From the transcendental, oh, Krishna, what are these things? Okay, from the transcendental realm. Oh, terrible. Just give me a second. Okay. From the transcendental realm, Bhakti Devi reveals to the Jiva the full rasa in the name. Where? From the transcendental realm, from Goloka Vrindavan, from the spiritual place, Bhakti Devi reveals the Jiva the full rasa, the full taste, the full nectar, the full mellow of the name. And by her mercy, the Jiva takes on this. By her mercy, the Jiva takes on his spiritual body and enters into the pastimes of the taste of rasa. So, that means by her mercy, the Jiva, that means the minute spiritual entity, you and me, okay, what we'll get, we'll get that, takes his spiritual body and enters into the pastimes of the rasa. Yum, yum. All right. So you enter into the pastimes of taste of rasa. So now there are 4 ingredients of rasa. Okay. Please, those who have a book, please take down. Because one day, if you have a chance maybe to do Bhakti Sastri and all this is something that you will study. In fact, we also will study this in detail when we start our Nectar of Devotion on May 1st. So there are 4 ingredients. So 4 ingredient means what? There are 4 ingredient. All right. Ingredient means the raw material that we use for cooking, right? So ingredient. So from there, we will try to create a lot of other distinct. Okay. Well, I need to hit the mouse. Right. So there are 4 ingredients. So sometimes we take ingredient means it's raw thing that you combine, create a cooking, right? Combination. So now let's look at the 4 ingredient. Okay. Number 1 is Vibhava, Anubhava, Sattvika Bhava and Vyabhicari Bhava, or also known as Sanchari Bhava. Bhava means emotion. Okay. Again, let me say again. So those who have a book, kindly write down, or don't have a book, please, you can even write it down. First is called Vibhava. Okay, there's a four ingredient. Vibhava. Second is Anubhava. Third is Sattvika Bhava. And the last is Vyabhicari Bhava. Okay, Vyabhicari, or also known as Sanchari Bhava. All right. Now, let's see. The mixture of this ingredient. The mixture of this ingredient. That means you take this ingredient and start to mix. Right? You start to mix, that produces rasa. Got it? So far, so good? Everyone? All right. This is very, very important. If you don't understand, stop me. We discuss. Okay. Rusan Mataji understand. All right. So the mixture of this rasa, right? Say like for instance, you make a sour and sugar. You combine in a cooking, it creates a mixture of rasa which called sweet and sour. Sweet and sour. So mixture of these ingredients. Remember this thing, Vibhava, Anubhava, Sattvika Bhava, Vyabhicari Bhava, it's an ingredient. It's an ingredient. So when mix of all these ingredients, it produces rasa. Yes, Vaishnava Prabhu.
Prabhu, what are the English meanings of Vibhava, Anubhava?
Yeah, coming. There's a detailed explanation down there.
Coming, Prabhu.
The explanation is here, down there. We'll discuss.
Thank you.
Huh? Okay.
Thank you.
Right. Any other questions so far? Please follow. I'm going to do this very, very slow because it's very important. Because it took me so long to understand, and yet I still don't understand. All right. Okay. Now, so far so good, eh? Okay. Everyone okay? Thumbs up. Okay. Okay. Jnanam Mataji. Do you understand Mataji? Jnanam. Mother Jnanam, do you understand? Yes, Charan Lakshmi Mataji.
No, I fully understood what you said just now. That's why.
Oh, you understood. Okay. Jnana Mataji, our 86-year-old wonderful Mataji. She was my great inspiration. I was talking about you to some of my devotee associates here. Even an 86-year-old could take up the chanting and she chants 16 rounds. It is amazing. You know, you inspire us a lot, Mataji. So I don't know whether she knows how to unmute herself. I think she understood. Anyway, okay. Now, let's look at this. So now, the 4 ingredient, Vibhava, Anubhava, Sattvika, Vyabhicari. Okay. Now let's look at the first one. So Vibhava. What is Vibhava means? Vibhava, or the general cause of rasa. The general, all right? Maybe it's just like I don't know what is a general ingredient. Maybe like a salt. Salt is a general ingredient, right? You know, it's just, okay. So Vibhava. What is Vibhava means? Vibhava means, right? Vibhava, it has divided. Divided means what? It has 2. Divided means is 2. All right. Divided means into alambana and uddipana. Okay. So these Vibhava, it is divided into alambana and uddipana. It has 2. If you don't understand, you have all rights to ask. And I love to discuss this. Don't think, okay, I'll try to read later. It never worked that way. It doesn't work that way. All right. Okay. So Vibhava, the first rasa, we are taking the first ingredient, Vibhava, and that Vibhava which is called the general. It is called the general cause of rasa. It's general rasa. It is divided into alambana and uddipana. Uddipana. All right. Okay. Now let's look at the first thing. Now, alambana means what? Alambana means root cause. Alambana means root cause. the root. It is the main cause, the root cause. Okay, that upon which the rasa depends. So the rasa depends on the root cause. So the root of all causes in rasa is alambana. Now, the alambana means the root cause that upon which the rasa depends. It is divided further. That means alambana is divided further. Vibhava, there's two. Okay, alambana. And alambana is also divided. Okay. What is divided into? Ashraya. Okay. Ashraya means what? The recipient, who is the devotee. So far, so good? So that means alambana, the first cause. See, first vibhava is divided into two. The first is alambana, the second is uddipana. Now we just take the alambana first. So the alambana is also divided. What is that? Number one is divided into ashraya. Ashraya. And whose ashraya means? The recipient. Ashraya means recipient. And who receives? The devotee. All right. So ashraya. Okay. And vishaya. All right. The object. So far, so good. So it's divided into devotee. That means alambana is a root cause. It is divided into two, ashraya and vishaya. Ashraya means recipient or the devotee. Vishaya means the object, who is Krishna. Got it? Everyone?
Yeah, Prabhu.
Okay. Rusan Mataji?
What is a receiver?
What is it? What?
Receiver. What is split in two way?
You're talking about alambana, right?
Yeah, Rambala they split two way. Yeah. Is they two way or splitting two way, or they are two of them are Arambala?
Okay. No problem. No problem at all. Okay. Now let's look at this. Can you? Oh, it must be here. All right. All right. Just give me a second. Okay. All right. Number one is now we are talking about Vibhava. Can you see the writing?
Yes.
Okay. We look at Vibhava. Okay, Vibhav. Okay. So this Vibhav is divided into two, alambana and uddipana. We just take alambana first. Okay. Alambana. Okay. So alambana. Of course, another one is uddipana, which we'll discuss later. Okay. Uddipana is something that we were going to discuss. Just put a question mark here. All right, later. Now, so now alambana is divided into two. Number one is ashraya. Okay. Then ashraya and vishaya. Ashraya and vishaya. Okay.
Okay.
So that means alambana is divided into ashraya and vishaya. Okay. So what is ashraya means? Ashraya means, in other words, devotees. What? This thing is so irritating. All right. Okay. This is called devotees. Right? And what devotee means? The one who are known as time to change my mouse ready. All right. This is too small. Okay. So far, so good. Ashraya means recipient.
Yeah.
Okay. Ashraya means recipient. So, and second is Vishaya. What is Vishaya means? Vishaya means?
Krishna.
Visha means? Okay. The object. The object. And what is object? The Krishna is the object. You got it?
Okay.
Okay. So that means Ashraya, that means first thing we understand here. Okay. First thing we understand from here is, right? We understand. All right. First thing is, see, okay, there are 4 ingredients. Vibhava, we take the first Vibhava with the general cause is divided into 2, Alambana and Uddipana. So now we're looking at Alambana. Alambana is the which is called the root cause, the main cause. And what is the root cause? It is Ashraya and Vishaya. So Ashraya means the recipient, who is the devotee. So Vibhava, Alambana, Alambana means Ashraya. And who is the Ashraya means the recipient. And who receives? The devotee receives. What they receive? They receive Vishaya. What is Vishaya? The object Krishna. You got it so far?
Yeah.
Very good. How about others? Any questions? Everyone got it? Okay. So when there's no these things, I believe everyone got it. Okay. Now let's look at the next one. Okay. The next one is the second principle here we are talking about is this. Uddipana. Okay. Uddipana. Okay. Uddipana. Uddipana means what? Instigation. Instigation. Right? Now, say, Rusan, okay, what example actually? Okay, like, say like Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu don't like a person. Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu don't like this person A. All right? And I know he don't like it. And he also know he don't like it. All right? And it's very peaceful. So I go there and go and dig Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu. You know that A flow and talk to you like this, no? I instigate. So when I instigate a new kind of, which he's very peaceful, he has no issue, but this instigation creates a different kind of rasa. The anger, the frustration will rise. So that person was not, see, like for instance, when he's angry, it's different. But he is calm and relaxed. I go and simply instigate the anger tendency in himself. Saying Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu, the A Prabhu is talking like that about you, you know. He said that you are this. And Vaishnava Kripa will get very angry. All right. So instigating. So the instigating we call as what? We call as Uddipana. Are you all following me on this? Right? So that means the thing is in Uddipana means the instigation. Okay? The instigation. So now the instigation, let's look at instigation. So the instigation is composed of the form and qualities of Krishna. Right? So composed in the form and the qualities. So the instigation, where do we find the how do we get instigated in bhakti? It is by the form of the Lord, right? And also the qualities of Krishna. And how do you understand? See, when you want to be instigated, somebody have to come and instigate you, or some act must instigate you. You know, say like you're doing something, end up the thing didn't turn up. You know, you write a big article, suddenly you make some, suddenly your hands start shivering, you make some mistake, you get very angry. So that means there's an act or a person has to come, or the external entity must come and instigate. So now this instigate is what? Which is realized through constant chanting. All right? Constant chanting. So when we go on constantly chanting, constant, there's a key word here is constant, not whenever you feel like it. Every day set a standard. I'm going to chant 16 rounds. That's it. 16 rounds is my standard, no matter what. If I have increased my round to 20, 20 is my standard. So constantly maintaining the same level. Okay. Constant chanting. Thus, okay, where there is alambana, devotee and Krishna, and udipana, Krishna's quality, lila. Okay. So therefore, the lila and rasa can occur. So that means, in other words, what happened here? So when one through the constant chanting, all right, where the alambana means what? Here we spoke about alambana, means the root cause. The root cause. Okay. The alambana. Alambana means what is the root cause? Number one is ashraya and vishaya. Devotee and Krishna. Then udipana. Udipana means instigation. That is Krishna's quality. By doing that, lila and rasa can occur. Okay. By that, okay. By doing that, lila and rasa can occur. So far, so good. Dear devotees. Okay. Now, let's look at Vibhava. Vibhava is called the general cause. And Vibhava is divided. Vibhava is divided by alambana and udipana. Okay. Now, so what is that alambana? Alambana means the root cause. Okay, the root cause. And where is the root cause? What are the root cause of alambana? Alambana root cause is, number one is ashraya. Then vishaya. So ashraya means recipient. Vishaya means object. All right. Then second is udipana. So now by constant chanting this, where the alambana and the udipana Krishna and the lila. Okay. So that means by constant chanting, alambana, which is ashraya and vishaya, then udipana, which is the instigation, which is composed of the form qualities of Krishna, a person, the quality, the lila and the rasa can occur. That's when we can remember the pastimes lila and the taste will start to manifest. So far, so good. I think this is the best I could explain. All right. You all got the idea? Rusen Mata, yes.
Last again, pastime lila. Which is the pastime?
What is it? What is it? Say again.
This is the last. The pastime lila. It's which is which? Sorry,
Lila
I can
and
say.
rasa. You're talking about this one, is it? You're talking about this one, lila and rasa, is it?
Yeah, I just hear the pastime lila. Before that, I forgot. I cannot get it.
Leela means the pastimes of Krishna. How Krishna was with his Radharani and all these kind of things. It's activity. Leela means activity.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Anyway, write down so that you can activity. Right. The activity in Sanskrit, we call it as Leela. Right. So activity, it is called as the Leela. Sometimes you also say, so Mataji, what's your Leela today? Right? Can you explain your Leela? Sometimes they say like that. So activity. And Leela means past activity. The activity that has been completed. All right. So what's going to be a future Leela? I think I've not heard the future Leelas. But usually when they talk about Leela means the activity that has been completed. That's why in English we call past times. Not passing the time, past times, all the time that passed, past times. All right. Very good. Any other questions? Anyone? All good? Sadguna Mataji, are you following me? Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu? Charna Lakshmi Mataji?
Yes,
Yes, Prabhu. Following.
yes, following.
Clear.
Very nice. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. All right. Now it's 10 o'clock. We just take a short break. We take a short break. Think about what we have read, we have learned just now. And now we just come back after 2 or 3 minutes. Okay. Hare Krishna.
I got the Uddivana.
You go
Wow.
Udip. Wow, very good. You try to apply all the things. Udipana.
No, because I found this, it's regarding the Lord Chaitanya, the whole books. And then the Uddivana, they got too many minutes. It say about Tulasi leaf devotion, something a performance, and Ekatasi. This is also called Uddipana. And what else? Wow, a lot. This Uddipana is not easy to understand.
But now you got it, eh?
Yeah, it say also a love, right? Appearing love.
Udipana means instigation to the love. Say like, for instance, you go on chanting, so you just chant, suddenly you remember Krishna's pastime. You feel excited, Just by looking at the photo of Krishna, you won't get excited, right? Hey, what is this Krishna? A black boy with a white girl, standing side by side, So what's the big deal? It reminds me about this, one of Prabhupada's time. That time in Africa, in America, there's a racism, right? Racism. So one American, he became a devotee. No, he came to the temple. So he came and he got so attracted, he went back and told his parents, his family, and everybody, I want to join the Hare Krishna movement. He said, what do you mean? No, we are Christians, we are Methodists. We can't do that, Yeah. See, no, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. We have to go there. That's the place I think we as a Black American, we are respected. Why? They have a statue there, a black boy with a white girlfriend. Can you imagine? So that is Udipana. That's an instigation. So you instigated a black boy with a white girlfriend. Those days it's not allowed in America, right? Then after they all came, then after that, from there, the instigation, then from there, Ashraya started, Vishaya started, and everything happened. And now, of course, he's initiated. He's one of Prabhupada's disciples. One of the pastimes. So that's instigation. Things that instigate you. And we get instigated if we go on chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Got it?
God, we have to go through that. We will got more.
As I said, Rusan Mataji, when you first came, you came with a doubtful mind. Second, you want to know what is it all about. Can I get something new from what I have understood? Huh? Then after that, you start to attend the class. You never miss any of our classes, right? So you came, you want to learn more. You want to learn more. Then the day you're saying, you said, my heart start melting. Did you force your heart to melt? It happened, right? Then after that, the day you spoke, you choked. That means you have some kind of bhava. You know, every one of us got some kind of bhava. Krishna will just say bhava and go away, run away. He'll show little and run away. So that means, so now all these things is something that cannot be understood with logic. It has to be felt. It will something that will appear in your heart without you even knowing. Just like sometimes the disease start in our body, we also don't know we got any disease unless we go check our blood. Hey, you got this problem. You know, unknowingly it start to manifest in your heart. You know, so that is called rasa. You got it? That is called rasa. Suddenly you feel more humble. Suddenly you feel like chanting what 60, not 16 rounds, maybe 30 rounds, maybe 50 rounds. Suddenly when you chant, you start to cry. Suddenly you don't feel like listening to this kind of songs. Suddenly you don't feel like eating this thing. Suddenly you feel like maybe I should try cook something and offer to Krishna. Things will just happen to you spontaneously. That's why I say, for those people who cannot give up the bad habit, don't force yourself. Just chant Hare Krishna. And then with constant chanting through this alambana, then this through alambana, there's what they call, they will get this ashraya, vishaya, then uddipana, all the thing will start and the person will transform naturally. That's why natural transformation is important, because if not, you are going to fake it. You are faking it how long? You know, you cannot fake it for so long until one day it has to come natural. Okay.
Yeah, it stunned me. It's because of the devotees, the pure devotees. He told me one thing. Other tapasya or others religion also can go through, but it's harder. This is more easy way. You don't need to do anything. You just don't need to become a service and devotee. You can easily get it. That's why this is stopped me. And yesterday, this morning, I was check about some like Krita yoga, what kind of yoga? A lot of yoga. They also can have the kind of power, this kind of power and choking and this thing. But like today you spoke about the this thing. Wow, which is more easy to go through, really?
See, their bhava, in order to attain that bhava, you have to work hard. You have to work very hard. You know, you have to work very hard. And that bhava that they get, it is very temporary. Every human being in this world, they have bhava. Sometimes you see when the Muslim pray, they also start crying. When the Christians go to the church, you know, when they start to pray, hallelujah, hallelujah, they even burst out crying. You know, crying something cannot be pretended. It comes from your heart. So everybody got bhava. It is not only by Raja Yoga, Krita Yoga, and all these kind of yoga. Everybody will have it. You know, but the consistency. See, the feeling of bhava is very interesting. But the problem is, we only get it just like a flash. Just like a flash. Just like, you know, when you go for X-ray, when they put that, you know, the thing X-ray, just a flash. That's it. They take your bone inside. They take the photo. It's just a flash. But thing is now, we want to live in that bhava. Even that flash itself, so nice. Imagine when you are in it. When your life is full of bhava. When your life is full of rasa. Imagine how that thing is only can be granted by Srimati Radharan. Like what you have learned just now. Right? Now let's look at this. So when the conditions of Vibhava is perfected, what is that? When the condition of Vibhava, it is perfected. So now you're trying it out, you know, you're getting little, until one moment, as I say just now, Mataji, you become perfected. That means in that Vibhava, that means what they call Alambana and Udipana. These two things has been perfected in you. It become your second nature already. Then what you're going to experience? You're going to experience Anubhava. Anubhava. Anubhava means what? External symptoms of internal emotion. External symptom of internal emotion is appears. So external symptoms of internal emotion. In your heart, you start to have so much of love. Your face, your body start to portray it. Now, we have this kind of bhava or this kind of love or excitement, ecstasy in our heart. But we are not showing it out. We can't show it. If we show it, it can be fake. All right. But now, after the condition of vibhava, the root cause become perfect. The root cause is what? Again, alambana and uddipana. Remember that the root cause of bhakti is alambana and uddipana. When these two become perfect, it becomes your perfect. Then it start to manifest. You start to show it out. You know, you start to show it out, and that showing out the feelings that start to portray out is called Anubhava. It's called what? The second step called Anubhava. Okay? You all following me? Everyone? Okay.
Yeah.
So now, okay. Now, once we come to the level of Anubhava, Anubhava means what? Part 2. Okay? Is a second step, Anubhava. So once we start to come to the level of Anubhava, what happened? These symptoms are all based on pure spiritual love. This is happened by the pure spiritual love, Anubhava. Okay? Anubhava. Sometimes I used to make mistake when we are translating into Tamil. Anubhavam. Anubhava means experience. Right? Anubhavam. So this is Anubhava. So this means when the Vibhava becomes complete, it starts to have experience or it becomes Anubhava. Anubhava. That means the external symptoms of internal emotion. Right? Say sometimes in your heart you're so sad. How I know you're sad? When I start to see you grieving. When I start to see you grieving, not crying, grieving. How am I supposed to know that you're very happy, but your external symptoms of smiling? Okay, laughing means you're excited, but smiling, you look so divine, you look so blush. How to know whether you are spiritual when you start to see your face start to look divine look? You know, sometimes what do you do? Sometimes I used to tell devotees, you take your photo now and just compare with your photo, what, a month ago or a year ago, you look so different. You look more divine look, right? So like that. So the internal emotion appears in front. So the symptoms are all based on pure spiritual love, all right? Remember, this is by pure spiritual love. Now, and can in no way be compared to the symptoms of love in the material world. We cannot compare this. No way to be compared. You can't compare this with your normal, ordinary love. I love my dog. I love my cat. I love my family. It can never be compared with the symptoms of love in this material world. So now again the word gradually, that means step by step, slowly but surely, the emotion deepens. The emotion becomes even more and more deep. It becomes more and more absorbed into your every fiber of your body. It absorbs into every cell in your body. It starts to be absorbed, right? Deepen. Then what happened? Sattvika and Vyabhicari Bhav appears, or is called as additional symptoms start to appear. Okay. Again, first is what? Vibhava. First is Vibhava, which is the root, which is got alambana, uddipana. We get it. Then from alambana, uddipana, then after that, slowly we will come to the level of, when the thing become perfected, we become to the level of Anubhava, or external symptoms through internal emotion. When these symptoms are based on pure love, you cannot compare with anything else. All right. When this emotion, Anubhava, become very deepened, then what happened? The extra, what they call additional symptoms like Sattvika and Vyabhicari Bhav start to appear. Okay. Now, by the combination of these ingredients, when these ingredients start to combine, Vyabhicari, Sattvika, all these things start to combine. All right. The initial sthai bhav or the primary mood. Sthai bhav means the primary mood. That means the basic first primary mood of the devotee transforms to rasa or full spiritual flavor. So that means our primary mood of chanting and feeling good and all these things. Now it becomes into transform into rasa. And that rasa is called prema. So now we are having the symptoms. I chant, I cry, I do this, I do that. So all these kind of symptoms, now it transforms into rasa or mellow. Because the word mellow cannot be described. It's extremely highest taste. All right, transform into rasa, which is full spiritual flavor. All right, then the situation of tasting rasa in the spiritual world is the highest perfection. And that is the ultimate goal of the jiva. So then the situation of tasting, when you go to spiritual world, how are you going to taste the rasa is the highest perfection. And that is also the ultimate goal of the jiva. Okay, and that is not by speculation, but according to the scriptures. Right? So there are 4 goals for men mentioned in the Vedas. The 4 goals of men. The man has 4 types of goal. First is what? Dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. This is the 4 main goal. Dharma means religiosity. Artha means financial. Artha. You know, Malay called hartha, right? Hartha. Money and property. Kama, sense gratification. You know, I want to enjoy life. Kama. And moksha. After do all this can enjoy nicely, moksha. Then I become liberated. So this is the 4 main goal. All right? 4 goals of a man, for a man. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Sometimes when we go to any temple, you know, like any Deva temple, when you want to do archana, when you want to do this prayer, they ask you to put the hand on the tray and they say, what's your name? What's your rasi? What's your nakshatra? And they say, no. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha, siddhi, siddhi, I forgot the word. But these 2 are sadastu, spriti, sada. That means they said, oh, may you get all that 4 goal of man. That is dharma, artha, kama, moksha in full. Siddhi, siddhi, sadastu. Forgotten. Okay, anyway. So this is the thing. But these are meant to, all these things are meant to, okay. So now all these goal mentioned, these, however, are meant to lead to the supreme goal. So all these things are meant lead to the supreme goal, which is Parama Purushartha Rasa. Right? So that means, okay, that means what is this meant for? So when where are you going to learn all these things? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha from the Shastra. But indirectly, this thing, where it's going to lead? It's going to lead to the supreme goal, Parama Purushartha. All right? And one who is truly liberated is qualified for rasa. Okay, now. So the path of attaining rasa is as follows. Now, what is the path of attaining rasa? Okay, what is that path? What is the way that a person can attain the rasa? Now, the jiva who has attained faith in bhakti receives pure Vaishnava Guru. That's the first thing. The jiva who has attained faith in bhakti. So that means now you have no more doubt. Yes, I am in the correct movement. I am in this correct situation. I'm very lucky I am in this correct path. So that means he has no more doubt. So what happened? He will start to, then he attain faith in bhakti and he receives a pure Vaishnava Guru. And what happened? That Guru gives the Maha Mantra. All right, the Guru will initiate, gives the Maha Mantra. The jiva will take the mantra either in the form of smarana or remembering the name or kirtana, chanting the name. Okay, either you can take the form in smarana, remembering, or kirtana, chanting the name. Then after that, what he does, he regulates himself by counting on tulasi beads. Right, regulating himself. That means he chants properly this thing, and whenever he finish one round, he pull one counter. Right, so he is regulating. Then what happened? Gradually, as his craving for the name increases. Now let's look at this. the craving. It is no more a desire. It's become a craving. Craving means what? You must have it no matter what. You know, when you see a pregnant mother, when they crave for something, do you like to have something? Yeah, I'm craving for this. No matter what, we have to get it done for them. I don't know whether it's truth or superstitious. Whenever the craving is not fulfilled, their leg all becomes swollen or something like that. You know, I'm not sure how far it's true. But because my brother-in-law's wife is pregnant now, she's going to deliver anytime. That day she wants payasam, you know. So she asked, do you want anything? And she didn't say anything, right? No, she wants muruku. Muruku only we make on Deepavali day. But suddenly she started have craving. So my mother-in-law started to realize the legs are start swollening and everything. Then she asked, do you crave for something? Say, I'm craving for muruku. Then immediately she makes muruku and give it to her. So that's what I know, but I'm not, only God knows. Anyway, anybody here, mothers can also enlighten me on that. So the craving is something, the desire, uncontrolled, that you must have it no matter what. So now, when we're going to attain, that means first we remove our doubt. Then we receive our guru. And the guru will give us mantra. And Jiva will take the mantra in two ways, Maranam and Kirtana. Thinking about it and meditating and chanting. Both, right? Then by doing that, he regulates himself. Now I received this mantra, I'm chanting 16 rounds with Tulsi beads. Then by doing that, as he go on doing, he start to become crave for that mantra. He become more craving. He cannot tahan. Hey, 16 not enough. I want more. 20 not enough. I want more. I want more. I want more. Then as his craving for the name increase, he will increase to 3 times 64 rounds. Okay, increase to 3 times 64 rounds. Wow, that's so much, right? So it will increase 3 times, right? And we'll easily chant 64 rounds. Of the 2 forms of taking the name, in the 2 forms of taking the name, Kirtana is the most powerful, right? So Kirtana is the most powerful. So what is Kirtana? Okay, Kirtana is the most powerful. And in that process, the combined Shravana, Kirtana, and Smarana, and by the sense of Jiva, dance in joy, right? So now, Kirtana and Sankirtana, let's look at the difference. Kirtana means you are sitting and chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You know, you're chanting in your mind or whispering. Like that. Sankirtana means you are chanting it loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. People are listening. Animate and inanimate. That means there are certain living entities which has consciousness and certain which has no consciousness, but they are alive. Example like stone. You know, the stone grows. Yes or not? Have you seen the stone growing? Because the stone has a living thing. So that's a stone they used to use for deity crafting. No, they call the stone that is alive. So they use for make deities, the form of murti in the temple, right? Then after that, we talk about semi-conscious, right? Like the trees, then like the plants, like the wheat, like the ants, like the fly, that everything, all living entities like the germs, even in our body, there's so many bacteria are there, so many living entities, we are living along with them. But you are the primary tenant in your body. But there's so many people are living along with you. So when we chant with loudly, every living entity becomes benefited. So from sitting and doing japa, kirtana, right, it is beneficial, no doubt. But if you go to chant loudly, it's 100 times more beneficial. I just heard that lecture this morning. It's 100 times more beneficial, right? So now, what happened? When we chant the thing, how are we going to do the kirtana? By doing combined shravana, thinking about it, kirtana and smarana, and remembering, right? So by doing that, or by it, the sense of the jiva dance in joy. So you start to see all your senses in your body, your ears, your tongue, your nose, your body, everything will start to dance in joy. So now by taking shelter of any of the 9 processes of bhakti, remember we have studied the 9 processes of bhakti. 1, progress in devotion. But of the 9, among all the 9, chanting is the best. Right? Chanting is the best. Those who have an attraction for deity worship will reach perfection only also by engaging in hearing and chanting the name. Even if you're attracted to deity worship, you love to be a pujari, you love to do puja. Even you can achieve perfection by doing that only by engaging in hearing and chanting. But those who have exclusive attraction for the name, if those people who have so much of exclusive attraction to the name, need only engage in hearing, chanting, and remembering the name. So we don't even need to do deity worship. So those who have exclusive attraction, we simply can engage in hearing, chanting, and remembering the name. If one executes these 3 processes nicely, that is what? Listening, that's called smarana, kirtana, and what's the next one? Sravana, kirtana, and smarana, remembering. Just by doing these 3 processes nicely, all the other 9 processes of bhakti, serving the lotus feet, praying, servitude, pada sevana, archana, dasya, and complete this thing, all the 9 processes can also be easily accomplished. Right? Just simply by chanting, all the 9 processes of bhakti can be easily accomplished. With faith, the name and Krishna are non-different. With faith that the name and Krishna are non-different. And of course, avoiding the 10 offenses, the offenses that we discussed, offending a devotee, thinking the name is normal, thinking the devas like Shiva and Brahma and Krishna all same, thinking the thing is, try to do sin in the name of the strength of the name, all these 10 offenses, right? So with the name that we ask for, after we start to have faith, Krishna and his name, there's no different. And number 2, avoid the 10 offenses. The effect of the name will be perceived. That's when the real effect can be felt. So by clear chanting, remember, when we chant, we are not trying to catch a train. I know you have not experienced that, but sooner or later you will experience that. Some devotee will be chanting that because they think they are chanting very clearly. But when we hear like a Red Indian chant, the Red Indian umba. So we have to chant clear chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Even you speed up. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Ram, Hare. Record your chanting. Sometimes you check and balance, record your chanting and listen back. Are you chanting it properly or not? Or are you making some like that? So you must be very careful, right? So now by clear chanting, then remembering of the name. Can you see? That's why I said, just meditate on the pronunciation is enough. You don't even need to think about anything else. You don't need to sit and cross your leg, put the leg on your head, put on your neck, and do some gymnastic exercise. Take a deep breath, hold it, do that, do this, look at the light, just stare at the light, nothing else. Just look at the light, only stare at the light. You just put a red dot, you stare at the dot, or listen to some mumbo jumbo kind of talk, some kind of a logician, some kind of this kind of bogus things. And to identify a person not in this parampara as a guru, God, all that nonsense, don't you just throw away. All jettison. Dharma projita kaitava. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.1.2. Dharma projita kaitava. Dharma means what? The religiosity. Projita, which is cheating. And what is the cheating? Right? What is the cheating? Right? That's projita means completely rejecting. Okay, really reject the religiosity, which is kaitava, that is covered by fruitive intention. Or in Srimad Bhagavad Gita 18.66, if I'm not mistaken, 18.63, what Krishna says? Sarva Dharman Parityaja, Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja. Sarva Dharman. Sarva means everything, all varieties. Dharma, religiosity. The Sarva Dharman Parityaja, abandon. Abandon is a drop and walk off. Don't even think about throwing it away. Abandon it. Like an abandoned house. Somebody go to abandoned house, you can see everything. The furniture, everything is there. They just simply abandoned and went off. Dharma Projita. What is the mantra? Just said it, forgetting it. Sarva Dharman Parityaja. Mam Ekam. Mam means me. Ekam means, Ek means one. AM, when you put Ekam means only me. Mam Ekam, me. Ekam, only me. Sharanam, surrender. Completely, Vraja. Completely surrender. Sarva par papebhyo. I will deliver you from all kind of sin. Do not worry. Right? So like that. So that means we don't need to do any kind of mumbo jumbo, any kind. Just simply chant clearly and remembering the name. One will find attraction and joy in that name. Then one will either meditate in the form of Krishna or constantly take darshana of his murti along with his one's chanting. Then after that, you'll remember meditate in the form of Krishna or you constantly take darshana in his murti. You see, look at the murti, you stay in the temple, you just chant along with his one's chanting. While chanting, do that. Then after that, what? Delving deeper, going deeper and deeper into the name. You're going deep, you're diving deep into the name. When one has succeeded in realizing the form of Krishna in the name, one will then meditate on Krishna's quality while chanting. So number one, when one has succeeded realizing the form of Krishna in the name, this is the word that you should really, really pay attention. When one has what? Succeeded. Succeeded in what? Realizing. Realizing what? The form of Krishna. Where? In the name. So, the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare is the form of Krishna. So, when a person succeeded to understand the name is actually the form of Krishna, right? And will then, after that only they can meditate on Krishna's qualities while chanting. Until we cannot come to the understanding, just meditate on chanting the Hare Krishna mantra and remembering that word, the 16 combination word is the deity of Sri Krishna. Then once you're there, then you start to think about Krishna's quality. One will, then after that, what happened? Chanting, and one will meditate on the pastimes of Krishna with the aid of specific mantra. That is different. Once you have taken second initiation Brahmin, then it's different. Okay. So when all four elements becomes one, then now is a highlight. So when all four elements becomes one, when all the four elements become one, like what does it mean? Just take, you are making a lemonade. How to make a lemonade? Lemon. Is it lemon alone enough? You need to have lemon, the primary rasa. Then you have to have water. Then you have to have sugar, camphor or a little salt. So when what we do, we take all these elements, put in a blender, you blend it. You blend it. Then you take and pour. Wow, it gives so much of refreshment. You feel so refreshed. So now the question is, what has refreshed you? Is it the lemon? Is it the camphor? Is it the sugar? Is it the salt? Or was it the water? Which is which now? We cannot differentiate anymore because we have put everything in the blender and blend it. So similarly, like that, all the four elements. Can you all recall what is the four element again? Right? What is the four element again? Right? What is the four element? Remember, Vibhava, Anubhava, Sattvika Bhava, and Vyabhicari Bhava. Again, Vibhava. Okay, let me just. Right? Okay. Now, remember this by heart. What is the four ingredient? That is Vibhava, Anubhava, Sattvika Bhava, and Vyabhicari Bhava or Sanchari Bhava. When all these four ingredients are blended, right, all become one. When everything become one will begin to perceive the rasa in the name. Then you start to feel the name is so sweet until you don't even want to waste your time eating. Until you don't even want to waste your time bathing. You went to the next level. All right. So one will perfect the rasa by meditating the eightfold pastimes, by meditating eightfold pastimes of Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan. So gaining one spiritual body by the mercy of the Guru. This is very important. How do we get the spiritual body? Gaining one spiritual body by the mercy of a Guru. If you want to get a spiritual body, you only can get it by the mercy of spiritual master. Right? One will enter into the pastime and associate with Radharani, and according to the direction of Sakhis, one will serve Radha and Krishna in ecstasy. What does that mean? So once we agitate, we enter into the pastime. We enter into the pastime of the Lord with the associates of Radharani. What does that mean? How we enter into the pastime of the Lord? We enter the pastime of the Lord with, oh no, not this color. All right. We enter the pastime with the Lord, okay, with the associates of Radharani. We don't go and associate Radharani. We enter in with associates. Associates means what? Okay, like Sakhi. All right. The associate like, okay, the associate like Sakhi, right? Like Sakhi, Manjari, right? Who are the Sakhis? The close friends of Srimati Radharani. Sakhis, Manjaris. And who are the Manjaris? All right, below Sakhis are Manjaris. And the Manjaris are our spiritual masters. Because in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Parambara, all our spiritual masters are Manjaris. Like Rupa Manjari, Kamala Manjari. Okay? So that means by their direction, one will serve Radha and Krishna. And how? They serve in ecstasy. Imagine you are living a life full-time in ecstasy. How fantastic, right? Now, so this service in the conjugal mood is the, oh, again, this thing giving problem. My mouse became ecstasy, I think. All right. In this service of conjugal mood is the most brilliant thing in the spiritual world. Right? The service of Krishna, where Radha and Krishna in a loving mode, is the most brilliant in the spiritual world. And it is obtainable by the jiva by the practice of bhakti. Because to serve Krishna and to be there in their both loving mood is the topmost. And is only granted by Gaudiya Vaishnava. No other form parambara, no other practice in this entire universe can give you the highest perfection. To see the Supreme Personality of Godhead along with his Srimati Radharani, Ladini Shakti, Samvit, they both are in that conjugal love. Conjugal means they'll be like singing, dancing, playing. It's so wonderful. But it's obtainable by the practice of bhakti. Vaishnava means the person who worships Lord Vishnu, Narayana, is called Vaishnava. Or anyone who worships in that form, Krishna and all these Vaishnava. The one who specifically worships Krishna is called Karshna. But Gaudiya means the one who worships Radharani. The one who takes Radharani's instruction. Radharani is the primal Lord, primeval guide. And the primeval, those who worship Srimati Radharani are known as the Gaudiya. And we are the Gaudiya Vaishnava. There are even higher stages than these. And that is not possible to describe them by mere words. There's even more. Parakya Bhakti and all this kind of, Parakya Ras. It is unbelievable. There's one book which is not supposed to be read by any ordinary people unless the person is self-realized. So somehow or other I got that book. All right. I was very fearfully, I just read only the first chapter. I feel my whole body was trembling. Okay. It's unbelievable. Every minute of the pastimes of Radha Krishna is described. Every single distinct. Unbelievable. So it cannot be possibly described, right? Anyway, these things are to be revealed by the mercy of Krishna. Krishna will reveal it to you. The specific process is now described. Okay. To receive a spiritual body in conjugal rasa, one must culture 11 specific items in one's identity, right? If you want to achieve, to receive a spiritual body, if you want to get a spiritual body in this particular pastime, we must have 11 specific items in one's identity. So we want relationship, age, name, bodily color, membership in a particular group. Yeah, what is this thing's giving problem? Okay, that means in one's identity, one is relationship, age, name, body color, membership in a particular group, dress, order, residence, highest expectation in service, and the protecting of gopi, under whom one serves. Okay, anyway, this we discussed in our Nectar of Devotion. These items are perfected through 5 stages. So these items are perfected through the 5 stages. First, one must approach a guru who has realized Krishna as eternal pastimes. That means the 11 items is in eternal service. All right. So one must approach a guru who has realized the Krishna's eternal pastime and the 11 items in eternal service. Your dress, the way you look, your age, right? Of course, this is too advanced and it's not appropriate to discuss today. Anyway, upon hearing the eightfold pastime of Radha Krishna, one inquires how to realize that state. The guru then describes the 11 items by which one can enter the pastime. This is called Shravana Dasa. The guru will then choose the particular spiritual identity of the disciple according to the tendency and attraction to the disciple. If the disciple does not have a natural taste of one bhava, he can request another from the guru. When finally one spiritual identity fits, he vows to the guru never to give it up. This is called Varana Das, or accepting stages. The disciple will then practice remembering his given identity in his heart. The Smarana Das stage of remembering is divided into 5 levels. All right, all these all right, meditate for dhyana, and this dhyana becomes punishment. Okay, all this we just quit first. I go through this first. Okay. Anyway, we come to this point. So now, therefore, the jiva with full faith should take up chanting the holy name seriously and constantly in good association. He will take superior Vaishnava association, right? Avoid material association and recite away from material glare, right? Stay away from all this materialistic life. So by the strength of these 3 items, he will achieve his position of real glory. So just now the thing I quit, I just passed through because I think it's too heavy, the topic for newcomers especially to grasp, all right? That means to find out what is your original position in Goloka Vrindavan, all right? All these are, you'll experience as we go on. So now Harida said, I am low, mean-minded and absorbed in material enjoyment, always refusing good association. Still, I am begging causeless mercy to progress in Rasa stage. Saying this, Haridas fell unconscious the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya, and Lord Chaitanya said, listen, Haridas, in the future, people with evil minds will degrade these intimate pastimes. Now let's look at this. So he says, So now Lord Chaitanya says, now see what Lord Chaitanya says. Listen, Haridas, in the future, people with evil mind will degrade this intimate pastime. But those who are real devotees will understand and the supreme teaching that you have given. All right? So that's why I don't want to discuss that. I just jump. Not to say that you all are evil-minded, even I'm evil-minded or what, but that is something which is very hard to understand. And to speak about it, it's going to take at least another 1 or 2 weeks to speak about that, right? And I think I'm not qualified to speak on that. So those who have a book, just read it. All right? If you don't understand, it's okay. Just chant Hare Krishna, surrender to Guru, you will know what you're doing. So taking shelter of the knowledge of the taking, okay, knowledge and taking shelter of the name, they will chant. So now taking shelter of the knowledge of this knowledge and taking shelter of the name, they will chant the name and worship Krishna far away from materialistic. The jiva will attain faith in bhakti through accumulated sukha. Oh my God. So now the jiva will attain faith in bhakti through past accumulated sukriti. So today, if you have faith in chanting at least a bit, that means it's because of your past good deeds or sukriti, or in other call, we call devotional activity. Sukriti means something very auspicious from your past birth. It is hard for all jivas to obtain bhakti. It's very hard for every jiva to get bhakti. Lead them, that also lead them, the bhakti, which leads them on the direct path home. I have come to preach to Yuga Dharma. I mean, what they call now, Lord Chaitanya says, I have come to preach the Yuga Dharma of the holy name. Okay, I came to preach. You are helping me accomplish this activity by describing the full truth about the holy name. Whoever attains the full nectar of the touchstone of the holy name, Lord Chaitanya is telling, whoever attains the full nectar of the touchstone of the holy name, worshipping Krishna in a spontaneous emotion. That means without anything, just spontaneous emotion. They call Bhava, right? Has attained full success and full bliss. Spontaneous means prema, not Bhava. So that means those who are practicing have attained full success and full bliss. Right? A worthless rascal weeping, I hold that person's feet and beg that he distribute the bliss and let me drink forever just one particular of that nectarian rasa. Right? So with that, we have completed this. So now we are coming to the last part, Nama Bhajan. So Nama Bhajan is such a long, this thing. I think it's almost 10 pages. Yeah. So I think Nama Bhajan, we can, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, I think by end of this month, we can finish. All right. So Nama Bhajan. So with that, we end the session. So now we open for questions. Any questions, any comment? So what we have understood from here, very simple. This chanting of the holy name, it's not an ordinary task. It can take you to the highest perfection. It can take you to the highest perfection from whichever category that you are on. No? So whether we are in a very advanced category or whether we are just at the beginning category or whatever category, just simply chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra can give you the highest perfection. The highest perfection, which is not possible even for a great yogi, even for the greatest jnani, even for, well, just imagine, it's not available. It is simply available for a humble devotee who simply chants the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and surrenders unto the lotus feet of a spiritual master. He can achieve the highest success. It is from nowhere. It can take you to somewhere beyond our conception. With that, we end the session. Is there any questions, any comment?
Okay. What I ending right here, what I see is faithful faith. Faith is a form we have to go through. But I saw some experienced and senior people they are dying with this faith. Wherever they are, still in the middle, some are stay, some are down, some are go, searching others. So the faith of insight is how important. It's how we build the faith. So the whole chapter and the previous one also talk about the faith. No doubt, this is one of the, I think this the main point, right?
Yes, exactly. The faith, it is something that is first you create in your heart. You know, first of all, you just simply chant Hare Krishna, you start to feel good. Hey, chant Hare Krishna, feels so good, right? Then after that, what do you do? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right. So now we start with a little, just as a trial. I chant Hare Krishna and I feel good. Then you start to have. So after that, what do you need to do? You need to associate with devotee, sadhu sangha. So when you have start with the faith, so everything start with the faith. Okay. Then, but where does faith come from? First is initially before the faith, it start with doubt. Then clearance of the doubt. Then experiencing. When that through that experience, the faith will arise. And when the faith arises, I want to intensify my faith. I associate with the devotee. With that associate of devotee, then anartha nivirti, all my unwanted qualities will start to go. Will start to disappear from me, even I'm not realizing it. You know, so your faith will become even more deeper. Then you come to the level of nishta, firm faith. After you achieve the firm faith, then you come to the level of ruchi, taste. All right. So like that, there is a process until you come to the highest level. Sometimes when we see like certain devotees who are still looking for this thing and there, that's why we have understood there's 3 types of devotee: Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama. Even a person who are in this society for 30 years are not necessary they have come to the level of Madhyama or what. They still can be in the level of Kanishta. Even the devotees who are many years. You know, like sometimes when you go to India, you see devotees who are like certain people, they're born devotees, 60, 70 years old. Still, they cannot come to the level of Madhyama. They're still at Kanishta level. So the faith, it is something, it's only acquired by the association of a pure devotee of the Lord, by taking the instruction. That is why I have decided not to go through the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam and all other books, but going through the books of our Acharyas. So when we study about nectar of instruction, we are studying the instructions by Rupa Goswami. And that instruction is further explained by Bhakti Vinod Thakur in Bhakti Aloka. Then after we studied in Bhakti Aloka, we talk about chanting. And today we have started, then we started with Harinam Cintamani, with the commentary of Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So now we have done this. Then after that, we are going to Nectar of Devotion, commentary by Srila Prabhupada. Nectar of Devotion is by Srila Prabhupada. And that commentary is a combination of the commentary of Bhakti Vinod Thakur, what they call Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and also Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So it's a summary, it's combined. So, but now what we're going to do, we're going to take point by point and we're going to discuss. So we can deeply understand. So it is faith is something, it doesn't come overnight, but it comes if you desire for it. Even you don't desire for it, by you sticking with it, you somewhere or other you start to have the faith. So faith is a basic. All right. First you can chant doubtfully, but after that you get a little taste, you start to wonder, then eventually you start to have an intense faith. Okay, Mataji?
Yes, got it.
So sometimes we don't get carried away. How come devotees who are so long in this society, still they're like this? How come there's a devotees who are staying here 20, 30 years, but still they don't seem to have this kind of faith? Why it doesn't matter, because we must understand people in this place is a hospital. There's one place I heard, they say that in first birth, it takes you 3 births before you can go back home, back to Godhead. You know, once you decided to go back home, back to Godhead, it takes at least 3 births, right? So I was thinking in my heart, but I'm not sure how far it's true, but I need to look for it. First birth as Kanishta, second birth as Madhyama, third birth as Prema, then you go back home, back to Godhead. But I'm not sure about that. Okay, I'm just speculating. But I've got that feeling, but I want to search for it. Is that my feeling is right or not? But I understood it takes you 3 births. And who knows, out of the 3 births, maybe it's going to be final, semi-final, or maybe for some it's quarter-final, just starting. But doesn't matter. The path is already there, right? So we don't know. So let's not compare ourselves with anyone. And we feel very grateful. Somewhere or other, we are in the Sangha, with association. We are somewhere or other intensifying our studying and reading and understanding. And somewhere or other, by Krishna's grace, by the grace of Srila Prabhupada and spiritual master, that we can go back home, back to Godhead in this very birth itself. Because Prabhupada said that you can go back home this very birth. He says, just dedicate this one life for Krishna. Because he came here for millions of births. He said, just one life used for Krishna. You will go back home. I guarantee you. So we just take the word of Acharya. Any other questions? Sheila Mataji, Sharna Lakshmi Mataji, Nanda Mataji, Sadguna Mataji, Sonia Mataji, Garpia Saras Mataji. Right? So I hope you've, okay, it's already 11. All right. So with this, we end the session here. Thank you so much for your association. And thank you so much for your enthusiasm. You know, because of your enthusiasm, I'm sitting here and studying this book along with all of you. You know, it's my great fortune and my great blessing. Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu, my humble obeisance to you. And to all the devotees assembled here, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, all glories to Srila Rupa Goswami, and all glories to Harinam Chintamani. With this, we end the session here. And we meet again tomorrow. Till then, have a wonderful day. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Vanchakalpatruvescha kripa sindhubevacha. Paditaram pavidibhyo Vaishnavebhyo namah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Go Ranga.